So as a quick background, I posted a poll on our Discord and asked which stock should I cover in my next video. And the four options I gave was Path, Matterport, Upstart, and all Cathy Wood or ARK's losers. And most of you chose MTTR or Matterport, which is very exciting because I do own some options on Matter in my short-term portfolio. So let's start with MTTR or Matterport. But before we start, this video is about Matter stock or Matterport stock and not the technology. For that, I'll make another video because I feel they have a great use case if they can execute correctly. So in short, Matterport has become more of a software company in the last few years versus compared to a hardware company when it first started or when I first heard about them. The company used to make this huge camera which looks like an X-ray machine on a tripod, and the use case was mainly property scanning. So when I first learned about it, I could see a limited use of it, and looks like it was my limited vision because as soon as Facebook announced metaverse concept, long before they changed their name to Meta, I started to think so many use cases for Matterport and companies like Matterport. This brings me to today's topic about Matterport. Should we invest, day trade, swing trade this company, and what does the future hold for this? And if you like this video on this channel, then give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and if you'd like to talk more about Matterport, SoFi, Tesla, Palantir, and many more things, then join our Patreon and Discord where we talk this and much more. Okay, coming back to Matterport. To understand the stock a little better, first let's understand where the company is right now. So if you go to Matterport's website, one of the most interesting things you can see there is the industries that they serve. From photography to retail to insurance to case studies and many more industries. But one of the keywords that is mentioned time and again in all these industries is digital twin. So it's all about creating digital twin in this new meta age. I did a video recently about Meta, and if you have not seen it, then I highly recommend watching it. I will link it towards the end of this video. And as a reminder, join our Discord to chat about this and many more things. So the industries mentioned are all great. Right here, as you can see, all the industries mentioned here are all amazing. But why do they need Matterport? Initially, it was their camera. Then they got into the software subscription model, which was really exciting because in today's day and age, all companies need to be in subscription model in order to continue to bring more and more revenue and more value to the consumers. The motivation to innovate once you have sold the product goes down unless you have a monthly paying subscription. But then I went on to Google Trends and saw how the keywords trended in the last few months. Take a look over here. So this is the Google trend, and I searched for two terms, Matterport, which is the name of the company, and MTTR, which is the name of the symbol. So as you can see, in the beginning, I would say of January, Matterport really trended high. This is because of the stock, also the IPO that they had, and also the company was very exciting for new folks, those who didn't know about this technology. So the Matterport search term really went up high, and it continued this trend, but the stock trend really started to pick up about August 8th, around that time of 2021, when we had this huge surge of MTTR. And as you can see, the surge continued in the stock along with the name Matterport. But again, for majority of the time, the stock surge was down while the company surge was up, which is really good sign for the business side because people are searching for Matterport. They are more interested into the services that they offer or the product that they offer than the stock itself. And when you started to see that the stock or MTTR is trending more than Matterport, because anybody who wants to do business is not going to search for MTTR, they are going to search for Matterport. So if you see that the trending or the name Matterport is going down while the stock is coming up, this is not a good sign for me personally. I like to see the search term Matterport always be higher than the search term Matter for me to know that this company is doing good. Along with that, this is the total app downloaded for the month of October. Right here, I have this data. So this is all App Store, which is iPhone, and 8K downloads in October. And for Android, about 10K downloads in October. Now, I understand if this was their camera sale, about 18K cameras, I would be really thrilled and excited. But this app download total number does not look very exciting. I understand this is a new company and they have more of corporate customers, I should say, that basically use their services, which is of course a huge revenue generation for the company. But in the retail sector, the company does not have like 50K downloads of the app in a month. So I'm trying to see what the data is going to look like in November to kind of make an educated guess. This is the first time I've actually pulled the data on Matterport on the app download for the month of October. I do not know the numbers for August. This could be different and they could tell us a different story. But the data that I have, I'm going to compare it with November, which I'm going to get in probably 1 or 2 days to see how the app is rated and also also how many downloads we get for the month of November. But again, looking at this data, I'm not getting too excited about this stock in the short term. Along with this, I have some more data to present, and then I will share what current positions I have open for this Matterport. So take a look at the analyst recommendations. The analysts are recommending this stock with a price target of about $28. That's the consensus. That's the middle price target. And currently the stock is sitting at $33, which was 52-week high today. Along with that, two of the analysts came out and downgraded the stock basically based on their Q4 guidance. But then last week we got the news about new COVID strain Omicron, and that made Matterport jump along with few other tech names when investors are thinking that this company will be the future. Not only that, Wedbush analyst Dan Ives, which we all know is a huge Tesla bull, also sees Matterport as a winner in the coming years, which I agree, but only with caution. And hear me out here. So now, this is all the stuff that's taking place currently, but how will this company going to perform in the coming years, and what does the future hold for this stock? Before we dive into the stock, let's take a look at the lockup period as some of you had requested. So this is what I make out of it. So this is the posting, or this is the press release that Matterport posted on their website on July 23rd, 2021, right here. Well, July 22nd, but this was actually begins trading on July 23rd under the ticker MTTR. So they basically made this release that they have closed the business combination as of July 23rd, 2021. That was the close of business combination. And as per SEC documents, the lockup period expires 180 days from the initial close of business combination transaction. Right here, this is from SEC section 7.10, business combination transactions and ending on the date that is 180 days after the closing of the date of business combination transaction. And from their press release, we know that their business got closed, or business combination got closed on July 23rd. So if you plot 180 days, that lands on January 19th, 2022, which is coming in just a month and a half. So as per this calculation, the lockup period is expiring on January 19, 2022. Now what happens when the lockup period ends? The share price drops on the anticipation of the lockup. Simple case of supply and demand. So this is what I think is going to happen. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. I think MTTR or Matterport is going to drop once this initial surge of Omicron settles down and we get closer to the lockup period. Now, I do not own any Matter stock or Matterport stock, but I do own some puts. Take a look at my current holding. So right now, right here is my current holding. I hold about 100 January 2023 $20 put that I sold, and about 50 January 2024 22.50 or 2250 puts that I sold. So these are the two positions that I have. I do not own any stock right now. I open these positions because I got about 27% return on the 100 puts right here, and I got about 20% return on the 50 puts. Now my plan is to get out of these before the end of the year and then actually buy some puts from now till December end, depending on the days. Well, today was actually an excellent day for me to close out of these because I was in green making about 10% here, but I was still in red over here. So I'm going to wait few more days to see where the stock goes and then get out of these two and then basically buy a put when we see the stock price drop a little bit. Today was a good day, but I did not execute any trade because it just was too much going on in the market. Because I feel as we get closer to the lockup, I could see the price drop further. And if we get more good news about the new virus strain, then the market will return to normal. So now looking at the chart, this is sitting right here on top of all MAs, as you can see over here. I'm not touching the stock right now because it's just too hot. Look at the RSI. RSI today, this is actually, I took the screenshot earlier in the day, but towards the end of the day, RSI was above 70 or close to 70, which is really, really hot. I will wait for this to retrace a little bit, and that is why I'm thinking of buying the puts here, maybe in the next few days, so that when it retraces, I actually make money on buying those puts. Now, this is a company that may have a bright future. I'm not 100% sold yet, and that is why I'm not buying the stock, as I feel what's stopping other major companies from creating the tech to have their own 3D model. But looking at the history, and as the company is pivoting, plus the recent partnership with Facebook, the company can have a bright future. I'm just waiting for that big catalyst that proves the company's dominance in the meta world. world. I hope I provided some value, and if you like the video, then consider subscribing and hit the like button so we can reach out to more investors. As a reminder, check out our Patreon and Discord to take the conversation like this further. I'm going to link my Meta Internet 2.0 video over here. Do check it out, as I think Meta is a huge opportunity for us investors with some solid winners. As always, an absolute pleasure to share all of this with you. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.